Hey, 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 everybody. It's your girl, Miss J here, aka Miss Simone Jackson, here from the J Lounge, here to bring you guys another great episode. Of course, you guys know the J Lounge is a celebrity based podcast show where we talk with celebrities about various topics and discussions. I am super excited to be introducing my next guest for today. He is a musical artist and he's just been blowing up the whole music scene with everything. So he is located in Las Vegas, and he is here to be chatting with me, and I'm super excited. Everyone, can you please give a warm welcome to Chance the Closer? Hi, Chance.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
I appreciate you being here with me today and doing this. I know you are a busy man, so I appreciate you taking your time.
Thank you. This is going to be a blast. Thank you for having me.
I agree. Well, I'm going to fire the first question at you, Mr. Chance. What began your passion for music?
Okay, so when I was in high school, there was this Xbox game called MTV, I think, Music Generator.
Uh,
Basically,
mhm.
yeah. Basically what it did is it allowed you like to mix samples and create songs, and I spent a lot of weekends just making music. And I thought I was playing a game. Like back then I didn't think about it as a career. I was just like, this is awesome.
Right.
Um, yeah, but then when I got into college, I was a theater major, but I actually had a couple friends who were music majors, and in between classes and partying, we would make music. So I did that when I was in college, and then I stopped for about 8 years. I focused more on acting. I got my real estate license. I moved to LA, and then I moved up to Oregon after a bad relationship in LA, and kind of fell back into the music scene. Started going to concerts and just really fell back in love with music. Just because I was in the middle of living in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't really have anything better to do. So music was kind of my
Right.
saving grace. Yeah.
Right.
Uh, so yeah, and then I went to EDC 2018, which is the Electronic Daisy Carnival in Vegas.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Um, yeah, and that's really where I got into um, making, like, really when I fell back in love with music and the whole EDM scene and all that sort of jazz. It's magical. EDC is magical.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
Oh, I bet that's always been my dream to go there.
so
And
much fun.
oh, I bet I wanted to go there. I want to go to there's another one too. Oh, there's so many. Um,
Yeah.
but that's always been the top of my list is to go there. Oh, it just looks so much like a magic wonderland. Like,
It truly is. It truly is.
I'm so jealous.
It's
I'm going to live
amazing.
vicariously through you for about a couple of seconds. Just give me a second. All right, I'm envisioning myself there. Oh, I am. It's just for a couple of seconds. I just had to envision myself there for just a couple of seconds because that's my top of my list dream to go. Oh my goodness, I'm a little
It's so
jealous.
much
It's all right.
fun. It's truly life changing. It truly is. It really, honestly. I mean, it's 100,000 people and like 10 stages and 3 days long for like 10 hours each day. It is insane. I have never been more exhausted like than after my first day of EDC, because you're like I was just dancing for 10 hours straight. Like I wasn't even drinking or partying or doing any of that stuff. I was literally just dancing for 10 hours straight. And so
Oh my goodness.
it's amazing. It's truly amazing.
You probably would have gotten at least maybe an hour dancing from me. After that second hour, no, I gotta sit down, have some water, because
Yeah.
now I feel like my chest is tightening. I'm hyperventilating. So I'm just being honest. You got about maybe an hour, but once I get to that second hour, okay, no, whew, like Lord, I don't have the cardio for this. So let me go ahead and sit down. So
Yeah, I didn't think I did either, but it's like a magical force enters you when you're there. It's crazy. It's crazy.
oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. I'm jealous. All right, going on to the number two question there, Mr. Chance. Describe your sound.
Okay. So the best way I would describe my sound, I grew up in the 90s, and so I was heavily
Yay.
influenced by 90s pop NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, all that jazz. I mean Tupac too. I was into hip hop.
Yay!
So I would probably describe my sound does morph, but it's probably I'd say 90s pop, funk, future bass, dubstep, I guess. Fusion.
I love it.
If you mix all of it, I mean, in the last 2 years, I've released 5 albums and about 34 singles, and none of them like my albums sound completely different. I'm all over the place, but it's poppy. It's funky. It's funky pop is probably
Right.
with like a dash of hardcore dubstep. It's probably like how I would describe my sound.
Right. But as a musical artist, that's got to be great. I mean, you're not just boxed into one genre. You got so many going on. So
Yeah.
creatively, that's got to be great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel stilted at all. I can do whatever I want to do. I mean, I'm, I'm signed to 2 labels right now, Big Tunes and Blanco y Negro, and they both give me the freedom to kind of just. I send them stuff all the time, and if stuff is good, they publish it. Stuff is bad, they're like, this is bad, which I appreciate. It's you need that. So but
Right.
they've never been like, we need you to go in this direction. It's always you do you,
Hmm.
because we like you. So it's I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place, but I'm heavily influenced by the 90s.
Yes. 90s babies rule. I'm a 90s
Yeah,
baby over
yeah.
here. So,
Nice.
yes.
Oh,
That's to me where the best music, I like you just said, Christina Aguilera, you know, um, we had, Aaliyah, like you said, hip hop also influenced. So yeah, God, I missed the 90s. Don't even go there with me. I'll reminisce for like hours, man. Yeah. I want to go back there so bad.
me too. What is
Me
the 2020
too.
ball? Like, seriously?
I promise, if I figure out a way, I will let you know. I will, let you in on the secret. So.
Oh yeah, good, good. I would appreciate a time machine. That'd be dope.
Going on to the next question, our number 3 question. For first time listeners of your music, what song would you suggest they listen to really understand you as an artist?
So right now, my biggest song out there, which was released through Blanco, is called I'm not meaning to curse, but it's Fuckboy. But
Mhm.
it's spelled Fuckboi. Um, and that was released through Blanco y Negro. That's the one that's gaining the most traction. It probably is one of the songs that kind of showcases my range,
Yeah.
because it goes from 90s pop funk to like dubstep and everywhere in between. So probably if you want to check out that one, Fuckboy. Also, if you are into more like funky stuff, I have a song called The Funktastic Journey of Chancellor Mack. Um,
Love
that
it.
one's got a lot of traction. If you're really into more poppy stuff, I have a song called Hella Thirsty, which is really poppy. Um, but I would suggest checking out Fuckboy first, first,
Yeah.
first and foremost. I created that song. That song actually has a pretty funny backstory. Um, I created that song because there was a group of podcasters who found a book that I wrote when I was 25, and they just ripped me to shreds, and they call
Oh,
themselves
dang.
fuck boys. And so I wrote this song about them and about how they aren't gonna reach the levels that they want because all they're doing is spreading negativity.
Ah,
Um,
yes.
so that's what the song's about. It's also about empowering women who have to deal with fuckboys. So there's a lot of those
Yeah,
guys
I mean, this is true. You're not lying. I mean, nothing you're saying is a lie. So, it's just this is
um,
the truth. So,
yeah. So I wanted to make a song that kind of that's then the song is like, you're getting nothing, Joker, to the fuckboys. So I would check that one out. That's probably that's gaining the most traction on all the platforms. So Fuckboy, and then if you want something more funky, Funktastic Journey. If you want something more poppy, Hella Thirsty. Um, those three would probably be good ones to start with.
see, I like how even though they're so individually titled, and you kind of can tell they're just different sounding songs. That's what I like about it. You
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
yeah, I like that. So I highly
Yeah.
encourage my audience to go check those songs out because trust me, after this interview, I will be doing the same. So especially Fuck Boys because I think that's a good one. Um, so I'll definitely be doing that. Um, Heading on to the number 4 question, Mr. Chance. I know we earlier we talked about the Electric Daisy Music Festival or Dance Festival.
EDC, yeah.
Yeah. Where are other some of your favorite places to perform?
So I mean, before the insanity that was 2020, I was doing a lot of I did a few local venues in Portland, Oregon.
No way.
But yeah, the Paris Theater and what was the other place? There was some like Irish pub that I performed at. But and then before that, there was the 420 Nurses down in Los Angeles. They were doing it. They did an EDM Halloween camp out, which was really awesome. That
Oh, that
had
sounds cool.
multiple, yeah. It had multiple stages. It was big. They had like a dab bar. It was just an amazing experience. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and that was really the cool thing is I got to perform on like a bigger stage doing that kind of stuff. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh wow.
I went and performed up in Washington at like this mini social distancing rave.
No way.
So that was a lot. That was pretty awesome. That was 2 days long. And I was the only DJ, so it was like 12 hours for 2 days straight.
Ooh.
But that was I needed that. I really needed that. I needed to be around people. So that was a blast. The 420 Nurses Halloween Campout was done by the Candy Love Fest. I know the guy who runs that, and once all this pandemic stuff is over, we're gonna be performing probably all throughout Southern California, and maybe a couple venues in Vegas once we can get the ball rolling. So that's another place that I really like to perform. EDC, obviously, that's my number one goal is to be a main stager at
Oh, of
EDC.
course.
And the Gorge Amphitheater up in Washington too, where Base Canyon is. That's another place I'd really like to perform.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah,
hopefully, some of this stuff can clear up soon, and we can get back to attending some festivals and concerts. Because God, I would love to. So,
yeah,
yeah, for sure, for sure.
absolutely.
Mr. Chance, I want to make sure my audience keeps up with you, your work, and your music. Where are you on social media?
So I'm everywhere at Chance the Closer. Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. If you just Google Chance the Closer, I'm like the first 20 things that pop up.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can chancethecloser.com. Check me out there. But on all the platforms, I'm just at Chance the Closer on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, pretty much everywhere music is found. If you type in Chance, iHeartRadio, Pandora, if you type in Chance the Closer, you'll find me.
Oh, awesome. Good. Going on to the number 6 questions. What future projects are you involved with that you can dish about to the G Lounge audience?
So right now I'm working with, I have a couple collab artists that I'm working with.
Ooh.
There is an artist named Baloo. She's based out of Virginia. She is amazing. I really like her sound. She's a little more hardcore than me. She likes like metal and stuff like that, which like I'm funky and poppy. She's like metal. So
Right.
we have a really interesting our collabs are really interesting because it's fusion. It's so she's really awesome. I'm working on a few songs with her. We just put out Twin Brains and Brain Dead and Fundamentally Mental. And we're working on another one. What's it called? We're working on another one. I just can't remember the name of it. We're like literally in the middle of it. But also, I'm also going to be working tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to be working on a collab with this girl named Wonderland, and she's based out of Canada. And she's also if you want to check her out, it's WNDRLND dot official. If you want to check her out on Instagram,
Okay.
her and Baloo It Up, at Baloo It Up, are the two artists that I'm working on. I'm also in the middle of my next album. I think I'm going to be calling it Kill It With Kindness. So I'm working on just going back. I have a lot of, the last few weeks I've written, I've released a lot of music. And I've got a lot of music that I haven't even put out like on SoundCloud or Spotify. It's just stuff that I've been holding on to, like on my,
Mm-hmm.
I have another platform called Reverb Nation where I have a lot of, it's like stuff that I post and then I'll take down if I want to rework on it. So I've got probably 11 songs that I'm going to be remastering and retooling for my next album that will hopefully be out probably sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I encourage my audience, make sure you guys follow him so you guys can keep up to date on all of that. I'll definitely be checking out those artists, Blue and Wonderland. They sound interesting. I like their names, so I'm definitely intrigued. So I'll definitely be checking them out. So, but make sure you guys continue to check out more of Chance's stuff. So
Awesome.
I cannot wait.
Thanks.
Coming up to the last, just have 4 more questions there for you, Mr. Chance. What goals do you hope to one day accomplish in your music career?
Well, first and foremost, performing at EDC.
Of course.
Number one. My other, I mean, I'd like to win a Grammy. That would really be awesome.
Right.
That's probably another, like, up there with number 1 or 2. One thing that I really want to happen, and now that I have such a deep catalog, I think that it could, when I really, really blow up, is I want to have so like on Broadway, they have that American Idiot one, right? The musical.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really like someone to do a musical based solely on my catalog. That's what I think would be really awesome. So I want to win a Tony too. That would be awesome. And I would also like to win an Oscar, whether it's for my music or if by some chance I get cast in a movie, because I did study acting in college. So I do have my degree in acting. So I'd like to win an Oscar. It would be cool if like I won an Oscar for a movie that I also made the music for. That would be really
right.
sick.
That's a double win right there.
Yeah. So that's those are the goals. It's performing. I mean, once the world opens back up, I really want to tour. I really want to go on tour. I want to hit all the major festivals, EDC, Beyond Wonderland.
Yes, there you go.
South by Southwest, Coachella, all of those. That's immediate goal. And then down the line, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. Someone is trying to maybe go for the EGOT status, maybe?
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
He wasn't even trying to deny that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for. I like it. That's ambition, that's determination, and it's not unreachable. So it's absolutely perfectly reachable. So I would love it if one day you win the Oscar. Don't know if you know this, but I've interviewed a few of Oscar nominees, and then they turned into Oscar winners. I had Matthew A. Cherry on here before he won his Oscar. He actually said he was going to win the Oscar on my show, and then he won the Oscar. So I also had Ruth Carter before she won her Oscar for Black Panther. So I've had a few Oscar nominees turn into Oscar winners on my show. So let's hope maybe good luck.
You're doing it. You're the one who's putting out that energy. Holler. Yes. Thank you.
He got so excited. He said, wait a minute. Yeah, for sure. I am putting out that good energy. I would love it to say, ooh, I had another winner. Yep.
Yeah. That's what's up. That is so dope. So dope.
Yeah, so we're putting out that good energy because we've had it done before. So, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Mr. Chance, I just got 3 more questions for you. Going on to
Yeah.
number 8, what are some of your passions outside of music? I know you mentioned acting for one.
Yeah. So I co-own and operate an 82-acre farm in Silverton, Oregon. We're starting a winery slash cidery. Um, so I have to deal with 50 goats all day long. I have 6 giant Kangal dogs, which are Turkish war dogs. They are giant, but they are my babies. So I mean, my dogs and my farm are my outside of music. My dogs and my farm are my world. Um,
Oh,
and starting a winery and cidery, you know, it's hard work every day. It's
oh,
waking up
absolutely.
and going and planting and clearing the land and tending, and it's just we have 82 acres and we don't know what to do with it. Like there's
Ooh, ooh.
so much, and there's always work to be done.
Oh my.
There's not a single day where there isn't something that needs to be done. So that's why I really like music, because it's my escape
Oh, of
from
course.
farm life. But I really
Yes.
really do like it. I do, you know, I love my dogs. The goats are the goats. I put up with the goats.
The
But
goats are the goats.
they're sweet, and um yeah, it's just farming and trying to establish something that I will be able to pass down to the next generation of chances when that ever happens.
Yeah, that would be great. And it's like you said, farming is that's not for everyone because that is hard work. It is something to be done every day on the farm. This is why I couldn't do farm life. For one, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding
Yeah.
me. For labor, like actual manual labor, like no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have so much of an attitude if you expect me to get. Whew. This is why I couldn't choose farm life. Can't do it. I cannot do it. But I respect the people who do though. So, uh,
It's rewarding, but it's a pain.
yeah.
Big time. Big time.
All right, so I just got 2 more questions for you there, Mr. Chance. Name 3 artists you look up to and why.
Um, so number one would probably be Kygo.
Yes.
Kygo's a person who really got me into EDM,
Mm-hmm.
because of an ex. She just blasted Kygo, but he's a really good person. If you ever look at his social media. Um, so Kygo would probably be one. Marshmello is another, just because
Yeah.
Marshmello he's really crossed over into the mainstream. You know, he just released a song with Demi Lovato. Um, and he's got like a children's cartoon. He's got his own like you can go to the grocery store and get like chocolate stuffed marshmallows that he created. So he's someone that I look up to, just from a marketing standpoint. Um, and then third one would probably be Excision. He is he's the hardcore. He's like the dubstep god who he founded Bass Canyon and Lost Lands. Like he
Mm-hmm.
runs 2 giant festivals, and he just launched his own record label and signed 100 new artists out of nowhere. Like people who don't have any following, he personally reached out to them. So he's an amazing guy as well. So Kygo, Marshmallow, and Excision are probably 3 um, artists that I look up to.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I love Kygo and I love DJ Marshmallow. I love their music. I like how DJ Marshmallow has definitely crossed into the media um, mainstream actually. So it's awesome. So I really like that song he has with Kane Brown. So I listen to it all the time. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he's an awesome dude.
Ugh. All
Yeah.
right, coming up to the last question. Um, I know you mentioned that you were working with Wonderland and Blue, but if you had to work with 3 artists anywhere in the world, who would you like to work with and why?
Okay, so number one, And I really want to do this, and I really think that it's possible because I don't know if they have anything better to do. I mean, they probably do, but I would really like to work with the Backstreet Boys. Like, I have, since I was like a tween, I have been obsessed with the Backstreet Boys. So I really want to make a song with the Backstreet Boys. Like, I don't care. I don't care if people like hate on me because of that. I love the Backstreet Boys, and I always will love the Backstreet Boys. And people just got to deal with it. So Backstreet Boys are probably. I mean, come on. Everybody is like my jam. Anyways, Backstreet Boys are probably number one. Number two would probably be Hilary Duff. That's another kind of out there one. Just because she has an amazing voice. She actually has an amazing voice. I mean, you listen to her earlier stuff. She's, I really like her sound. I also have the world's biggest crush on her, and I've been in love with her since I was 11, and I want to marry her. But so,
but that's not why I.
That's not the only reason.
Exactly.
She is an amazing artist, and that's the stuff. Like, I want to work with. I don't want to work with other. I mean, I'd love to work with like other EDM artists, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be pigeonholed into that.
Right.
So I really like to work with Backstreet Boys, Hilary Duff, and probably like Lil Wayne. I want, because Weezy Wee is my dog. And like, I want to expand, and I want to grow, and I think that working with artists who are on the completely opposite end of the spectrum is how you do that, and how real magic happens. So like Eminem like would be dope too. Like, I know Eminem would probably never. I mean, I don't know. I know he's probably over it. He probably wouldn't want. I don't care. Eminem, Hilary Duff, Backstreet Boys, and like Lil Wayne. That would be T.I. I love T.I. Like, I could go on for like days about the artists I want to work with. Just because it's like everyone who's ever like really impacted my life. Like, Whatever You Like by T.I. was like my theme song in college, and like, Hilary Duff was my crush all throughout high school, and the Backstreet Boys were my, like, jammed out to them, and Eminem, it's been a part of my life since I started listening to music. So just anybody who sounds completely different or out there or away from mine, or someone who's impacted, like, who's been a part of my life, that's who I really want to work with. It's just all those guys and girls.
Love it. I really love the Backstreet Boys choice, because if people say I don't listen to Backstreet Boys, liar. Yes, you do. You do.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody listens to Backstreet Boys. Don't kid yourself. We
Thank
know you love it.
Don't lie, because we will call you out. Let's not do this. Oh, I love it. Those are really great choices, and you're right. Eminem, Lil Wayne, Hilary Duff, Backstreet Boys, definitely part of my childhood and as growing up. So definitely understand where you're coming from on there. So those are definitely great artists to choose and great artists to work with. So I completely agree.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Mr. Chance, it has been really great to speak with you. I love your energy, and I cannot wait to see more of your music. Like I said, I would love it if I can brag that I had another Oscar nominee turned Oscar winner on my show one day. So, because I definitely will. It's a pattern. It's good energy. I've had it before. So, but I really appreciate you giving me your time and talking with my audience today.
Yeah, thank you. This was a blast.
I really, really appreciate it. And, of course, myself and my audience will definitely be keeping up with, your upcoming projects and everything. So we cannot wait to see, what more you have. And then hopefully, like you said, the world will open up soon so we can travel. And I would love to see you live one day. That would be cool.
Yeah, it would. That would be so much fun. I'd love to have you at my show. That would be sick.
Yes. Oh, alrighty then, everybody. Of course, you guys know I have been the hostess with the mostest, Miss J, aka Miss Simone Jackson, here to bring you guys another great episode of the J Lounge. Of course, you guys stay tuned for more great episodes. Stay tuned for my 25 items or less recipes coming up. And of course, I got some tea for my new tea brand. So make sure you guys check out for my code so you guys can pick up some tea. So, but until then, I want to thank my special guest, Chance the Closer. I want to thank everyone for listening in, and I'll be back soon. Till then, bye, everybody.